Poilievre is not speaking about that because it's not popular. So we cannot trust him on the real issues that are important for the future of this country.
At that time, we were maybe a minority. But because of your courage, because of your conviction, we were able to shift the public opinion, and now we are not the French minority anymore with unacceptable views.
Bonjour tout le monde, Tabitha Peters ici pour Rebel News. Hi everyone, Tabitha Peters here for Rebel News. On Saturday, September 17th, I attended a nationwide rally in Toronto in Queen's Park. Leader of the People's Party, Maxime Bernier, was there. He gave a speech, he spoke to all of his supporters, he took pictures, and we were able to interview him. Hear what he has to say on the ArriveCAN app, Monsieur Pierre Poilievre, and what the future holds for the People's Party of Canada.
But what brings you here today amongst the people, Toronto, the rally, everything?
Yeah, my goal today to be here, why I'm here today is very simple. I wanted to thank all these freedom fighters across the country and people here in Toronto that did the fight when it was very difficult, when they were calling us names and, you know, racist, xenophobe and selfish, only because we were speaking about our values and more freedom and less government in our life. So we did that the last 2 years, and now we are winning that battle, and we were able to change the public opinion. Yes, maybe we were a tiny minority 2 years ago, but now I believe that we are a majority. And that's why I believe we won't have any mandates this fall or this summer, because these traditional politicians are doing politics not based on convictions, but on a polling and focus group. And they're going to see that the majority of Canadians are fed up with that. So I wanted to be here and tell them, you know, thank you, but we need to fight. We need to fight again. There's still the Arrive Canada apps, and we know that right now, we cannot take our freedom for granted in this country anymore. And I want to tell them that I will always be there. I was there in the beginning of that pandemic, you know, I'm fighting for freedom, personal responsibility, respect and fairness, and that's the PPC. And I believe that, you know, the next election we will be ready and will increase our number of votes, and we will have some candidates that will be elected in Parliament, and we will be able to have that freedom revolution in Parliament.
The mainstream media and the liberals and these establishment politicians are telling us, just move on, just move on. We won't move on until we finish that fight, until we win all these battles.
You mentioned the ArriveCAN app. What is your comment with that still ongoing in airports in Canada?
Don't do it. Don't download that apps. We don't know what the federal government is going with your personal information, and I know that they can give you tickets about that, but you know, you must fight that. Actually, I received for maybe $15,000 of tickets the last 2 years. So, and I didn't pay that. I'm fighting in the court, and actually next week, September 21st, I'll be in the court in Ottawa with Brian Petford, because, you know, we are challenging the government. We understand that here in Canada we have the constitutional right to be able to travel freely across our country, being vaccinated or not. And that's why we are suing the federal government, and that will start next week.
It's our constitutional right to be able to travel freely across our country, not being vaccinated. And we are fighting for every Canadian on that.
It's crazy. We know now, we have the data, we have the statistics, and we know that that virus is not deadly for the huge majority of Canadians. If you're under 60 years old without any comorbidity, there's no risk. Actually, it's more risky to take the vaccine than COVID-19. So let's stop all that. But I believe that up to now we did very well with the freedom fighters and everybody that were there in the beginning and fighting and are still here. I want to thank them. Because of them, we were able to shift the public opinion, like I said.
So the Quebec government has to vaccinate Quebecers if they're ready for the next shot. No. And 69% of them said no thanks.
What is your opinion on Monsieur Pierre Poilievre now winning the Conservative Leadership Party?
Yeah, Pierre Poilievre spoke like a conservative during the Conservative leadership. Actually, if you want to be the leader of the Conservative Party, you need to speak like a conservative, like O'Toole did. O'Toole said, you know, I'm a true blue, and he was elected. And I did it also in 2017 when I was running for them. And I had 49% of the vote, but I can tell you that was the best decision in my political life to create the PPC, and I want to thank everybody that are supporting us. But that being said, Poilievre spoke like a conservative. He was able to be elected. But the question is, Poilievre is a career politician. He was elected the first time at 25 years old, and now he's 42 years old. And he's an opportunist politician. He was not with us when we needed him, when we needed the conservative to be with us in that fight for our freedoms in March or May 2020, because it was not popular. So now he's speaking about freedom because we did the job, all the freedom fighters across the country, and we were able to influence Canadians and to shift the public opinion on our side. So Poilievre is speaking about that. I'm very happy that he's speaking about freedom, good for him, but we cannot trust him. And that's why the People's Party is there, and we will keep him honest. And so I believe that he will do like O'Toole's. He will go to the left because there's more seats here in the GTA than in all Alberta. And he will go to the left. And what he's doing for example, equalization formula, nothing. He's not speaking about that. But that's why people out west are frustrated. And you know, we need to have a solution for that, and our solution is to change the equalization formula to be less generous, and the formula must be fair for everybody. That's why we have Western alienation in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and BC. But Poilievre is not speaking about that because it's not popular. So we cannot trust him on the real issues that are important for the future of this country, like the Paris Accord. He's in favor of the Paris Accord. Yes, he won't impose a carbon tax, but he will impose more regulations on businesses. That would be a cost for us. The question is not the carbon tax. The question is the Paris Accord. We must withdraw from that accord. Poilievre won't do that. So I can go on. Mass immigration. He's not speaking about that. He's speaking about the housing challenges that we have. The prices of houses is going up. Yes, I understand that. But that being said, he wants to impose to your municipalities how to deal with it. He wants to interfere in provincial and municipal jurisdiction.
Life is affordable. We'll cap spending and cut waste to reverse inflationary deficits and taxes. That includes axing new taxes on your paycheck, gas, heat, and other essentials.
The cause of the problem is immigration, but he won't speak about that. It's mathematical. We have too many people that are coming here, and so they want to have a house, and I understand that, so prices of houses is going up. The prices is going up here downtown Toronto, in Montreal, and in Vancouver, because 40% of our immigrants are going to Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver. And after that, people are leaving here, Toronto and Montreal, and they're going to other cities, and prices of houses are going up in these other cities also across the country. So the solution to that is to have sustainable immigration. Poilievre won't speak about that. So we'll see what will happen, but you can always count on us to speak about our values, and we have the right vision for this country to be freer and more prosperous.
Keep fighting, let's keep fighting together, and yes, the truth will always win. Yeah. We will win. Stay strong and free. Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
Last question, what's the future for the People's Party?
The future, I'm very pleased what we did up to now. It took 15 years for the Green Party to have more than 1% of the vote. And after 1 year, we had 1.6% of the vote. And after 35 years, the Greens Party had 2% of the vote. And for us, after only 4 years, we had 5%. So what is the future? We will grow. We are showing to these establishment politicians, when we're speaking about our values openly, with passion and conviction, yes, you can grow your support. And that's what we're doing. From 0% when we created the party, 1.6 in 2019, 5% at the last election. I don't know what will happen in the next one, but I can tell you we will grow. And I believe that we will have real freedom fighters in Parliament.
Merci beaucoup. Ça c'est tout. Merci.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please go to noarrivecan.com and sign our petition to put an end to this app that the federal government is enforcing. You can always donate to help our lawyer friends at the Democracy Fund so they can take legal action against this unjustifiable app that is causing turmoil in our Canadian airports.